know, man. I sent him his message. I haven't heard from him.
Now it's getting ghosted.
Yeah. Too cool to hang with us, I must say. All that fame he's getting there.
Well,
that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, that's all right. So what's been happening, man? Jonathan?
Yes.
We lost him. Yeah. What's been happening with you, man?
Sorry, did I miss you there?
No, I'm asking what's been happening with you.
Not
How's
too
work?
much.
Everything going?
Just grafting. Work's chilled. It's very busy. A lot of meetings. Trying to get my supplement company, off the ground, get it running a little bit. Couple things in the pipeline, which is a bit exciting, but I don't want to say anything just yet or jinx anything. But things are looking good and exciting. Other than that, just looking after myself, looking after my clients. Yourself?
All right, man. So let's talk a little bit about this brand. What's the brand's name? What inspired it?
First of all, it must be so hard getting a supplement company going because it's like, especially in South Africa, people are so like nitty and clicky and stuff like that. Where like in the States, like you have a supplement company coming up every 5 minutes.
Yeah, like it is a thing where the things are very nitty and picky and stuff like that. I've made certain of it that my company structure. So what structure is it's both my online coaching and it's the name of the supplement brand. So I've made sure that the supplements I have formulated are very top end, high quality stuff. I'm not prepared to attach my name to a product that is going to be subpar or that is going to, not work. So for example, with our whey protein, I've made sure that the formulation is going to cater to people who have both gut issues and digestive issues as well as lactose intolerance. So we've added both the tolerase L digestive enzyme as well as the digizyme digestive enzyme, which usually you'll see supplement brands they're putting in one or the other, not both. And the feedback I've gotten from customers who've tried the whey is it's taste. So I'm very happy about that. And we've also now in the pipeline, well, they formulated and they're coming. We're just waiting for them. There's 3 more coming. A supplement called Night Shift, which is anti-anxiety and pro sleep. So things that all the ingredients offhand. I don't know if Tom's able to pull it up onto the screen, but there's L-theanine, GABA, magnesium glycinate, P5P, is a few other things in there, which it's going to ease anxiety. We are doing an EAA with creatine added in the whey. I don't think we're the first people to do that, but it's going to save a bit of money on both of them if you're looking at buying your aminos and your creatine separately. And I trialed our stimulant-free pre-workout. So if you go on the structure page, it's just at structure with a Q instead of a C. You'll see everything that's on the market and being brought to market. The only real stress I'd say with a supplement brand is we're a very new business. Not many people know about us. But we're in a very competitive market and it can be very stressful sometimes, but I'm going to keep running with it and I'm going to run with what I believe in and I hope it takes off within due time.
All right. Okay.
Tom, you must need that anti-anxiety and sleep one, eh?
What's that?
You need the sleep supplement.
Actually, I'm sleeping great this side, but however...
sorry.
I must say, when I looked at when Jonathan sent it to me, I was like, fuck, this is a brilliant product. And for like South African clients, in fact, not just South African clients, actually anybody in South Africa that can get their hands on the products, I definitely recommend it. Get your hands on it. I definitely second what I see. If it matches if the label matches what's inside, I definitely second that product. I think it's actually great.
Okay.
Like, I think, Jonathan had just posted it, and I was like, fuck, dude, I second this product. I think it's really, really brilliant when I saw what was in it. because you'll find that 9 times out of 10, the ingredients that are in there, you'd have to go and buy them all like separately, like, and end up with like
Yeah.
8 different containers as opposed to just one.
Well, that's good though. That's what you need.
I mean, how I got the idea product is obviously like it's happened to me so many times. It's usually when I'm in prep and I'm so deep in prep, and you can't sleep and you're sweating and you're hungry and you're so tired and you just can't fall asleep, or you're waking up in the middle of the night five six times a night, and it's not lekker to have to resort to taking prescription sleeping tablets, which are not good for your brain chemistry, but a lot of guys do it. And I'm just like, okay, what is something we can take that's a natural alternative and not have to spend all this money on all these different ingredients? So I just kind of put them all together. If we were able to put more P5 5-HTP in there, we would have. That's one thing I couldn't get access to inside the ingredient profile, was 5-HTP. So that's maybe something separate you could add to it to make it a little bit more effective. You want to go into no, it won't be on here, Tom. That they're not out yet, but if you go into the shop, you'll see the way there. But the Instagram page will have what's in the new products coming in.
What are you talking about, bro? You behind with your page here? I just saw it here. Check here, products.
Yeah.
No,
Nice
but the
shit.
new products.
Oh yeah.
Will
Well, I just want to show people this night shift first.
Yeah.
Check here.
I've been seeing this on Instagram being like a sponsored page. It's like a promotional page.
That's mine.
That's awesome, dude. Well done.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And whey protein.
Is my screen lagging behind you guys?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but don't worry. We still hear your voice.
Yeah.
Oh, there's night shift there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's hectic. Add some good milligrams in those pills.
Yeah, I'll be trying it this week. I'll give a review.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome, man. Nice. Well done on that, dude. And hopefully, guys, please support Jonathan's brand. Okay, help him grow. And yeah, man, like it's really good products, and what's in it is what you'll get. So yeah, please follow him and support him. Matt, what's happening with you, bro?
Oh, not too much, dude.
Yeah, how was the Olympia?
Olympia was amazing. Yeah, that's another world. Vegas is another world. Competing on the Olympia stage is another world. When they say athletes meetings 7:30, it's at 7:30. We started at 8. My first lineup was at 8:05.
Fuck, crazy.
Second lineup, 8:30, and that's how that ran. When they said they're going to go for an hour intermission, it was literally 45 minutes in the back. Judges then call you over to the table to give you feedback straight away. So your feedback is there and then on the day. They don't like doing emails or asking you for email correspondence. They don't want an email. They want to see you face to face and tell you where you're lagging, what you're doing, how can you improve, and stuff like that. It's very surreal when you stand on an Olympia stage that says Las Vegas on it, though.
Oh man!
And you're literally walking through Resorts World, and every person you see is a pro. Like, unreal. You see Derek walking around, you see Samson walking around, you see Ramon, you see all these guys that you see on Instagram, and you're like, whoa, I know this guy. And literally, like, I was in the hotel elevator, and Dan Solomon was in the elevator with us, and he was talking. He was like, have you enjoyed the Olympia? Is it everything you expected? Like, he checks on how you've enjoyed your experience, and just as an amateur. So when you get there, you're treated as a pro. All the people they deal with pros, they deal with the amateurs, the guys that are on stage, the guys that judge you, all Olympia judges. So it's a very surreal feeling. Your check-in and your weigh-in is it goes so fast. Like literally, check in, go out. They don't like you wasting time. They literally shout at you if you're wasting time.
No,
So
that's
it runs very
And
quickly.
do you have to qualify for amateur Olympia, or is it as simple as entering? Because I imagine there are many people who want to do this show.
I'm sure everyone wants to do the show, but like also the cost effect behind it. So you basically got to do a regional within your country. Like for us in America, you've got to do like certain amount of regionals that have the amateur Olympia sticker on it. So we've only got a few regionals in South Africa. So our basis to get to like a pro qualifier, because Olympia is a pro qualifier at the end of the day, you've got to do a regional within your country. So I did the regional in May, which allowed me to compete at any pro qualifier in the world. So the guy that won my lineup in May, he did about 3 or 4 different pro qualifiers overseas. One was the Sweden GASP sponsored show. Other one was an amateur Portugal Olympia. Then he also did some show in China. I'm talking about Daniel. He did about 3 or 4 different overseas shows, and I think he
yeah. I don't think I saw you there. I was also I also competed at that regional. I don't remember seeing you backstage.
I was there. I got photo evidence if you need.
Okay. No,
I
I
was
was
there.
there as well.
Okay.
That was actually
What
a very
divisions did you
well-run
do?
show. Men's physique.
Oh, you see, I'm in open bodybuilding, so it's different. I was a lot before you.
Now, yeah.
all right, man. With the Olympia,
It was a good show. I enjoyed that one.
I enjoyed that one. It was very good. The venue's very good, eh? I like that venue. Silver Star.
I'll be honest. I even spoke to Garen about it. I told him I preferred the one in Randburg, just
That one's
because I
also
felt
very
that
nice.
I felt that the one in Randburg was a bigger stage. And there was the one thing I liked about the Silver Star was the pump up equipment, and the fact that any restaurant you want to is within 50 meters of you when you get off stage. You don't have to
Yeah, that
drive
is
anywhere or water something. But otherwise, I mean, no complaints about it. I preferred the vibe at Randburg in December.
I also preferred that vibe in December. I won't lie to you. I also thought the stage lighting in December was a little bit better than Silver Star.
Yeah. No, I agree.
okay, man. Just a quick one with the Olympia. Obviously, you're standing in the queues to meet the pros and stuff like that. There, like, how long did you stand like for the average pro, and then also how much time do you get with them once you do get to meet them, like get your autograph or picture or whatever?
So in the meet and greet, you literally stand for like 2 hours to meet one person.
Okay.
So if you basically need to get in the queue to the person you want to meet first. So if you want to meet Nick Walker first, you go to his queue straight away and you wait.
Yeah.
Because literally more than half of them actually tell you with like an hour they're going. There's only a few pros that actually stay behind the whole time. The best place to meet pros is actually at the expo, because most expo booths don't give you a time when the pro is going to be there. So like I went to Keon, he was just randomly sitting at the booth. No one was around him. Hunter Labrada, he was just standing in the middle of nowhere.
Bro,
Lee Priest, standing in the middle of nowhere.
How big is Hunter in person? Is he as big as Andrew says he is?
Yeah, he's massive. He is massive. Yeah, he is huge. And like Lee Priest, I thought, like he says like, oh, he trains arms and that. He literally trains arms with one exercise once a week. One bar, one try, that's it. He says if he does more than that, they blow up too much.
Yeah.
And literally he'll call a person and he'll tune him out of nowhere. And I'm like, how do you know this guy? He says he doesn't know that guy. And Sean Clarida is short, but he is fucking wide.
Yeah,
like
I can imagine.
Wide. I stood in C-Bum's queue. I was about 3 people away from meeting him, and they stopped me and they said, sorry, no more.
Oh, fuck.
And that was 3 hours.
Shit, man. That's hectic.
But luckily I was there because at the same time I was watching the classic physiques. So when they're calling the first call out, I watched because it was on the expo stage. When Dio stood in the lineup, I already said he's winning the lineup. That's how he looked like on that Friday. The photos and videos don't do these oaks justice. Trust me. When you see them in person, it's so different. So different.
Oh no, 100%, man. That's why I asked you when I sent you the thing. I told you, hey, man, look, I know I'm just watching from videos, but like, is Derek really fucking on? 'Cause
Yeah, he
looked
was
on
fucking.
yeah.
He was
Thought so.
granite. He was granite. When he walked out, I've never seen someone look like an anatomy chart covered with skin.
Fuck, crazy.
And like built like a brick shithouse. And short, It's like just shorter than me.
Shit.
And you stood next to me, so you know how short I am.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
167.
Okay, so what weight division do you stand in the open?
Standing light heavyweights under 90.
Okay, I mean that's big. If you're 167 standing in light heavyweight, that's big.
Yeah, but I still get told I need about 5 or 6 kilos on my frame, so I'm not big yet.
Are you sure you 167?
I'm sure I
Why
am.
do I feel like you're taller than me?
I'm not taller than you, dude. I'm not
Shit,
taller than
okay.
you.
Crazy.
I'm not
It's-
taller
it's-
than you. I've stood
it's
next to you
crazy
many times, and you're taller than me.
It's crazy how muscle works, eh? And like
Yeah.
fucking femur length and all that shit too, you know?
Well, look at Sean, Karita, and Keon. They're both shorter than me, and they are massive.
Yeah.
They are massive oaks. And like Keon is weighing it like 212.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
on the dot, he's just making weight.
Because I'm 169 and I come in at 104. So fuck, dude, it's crazy, eh?
Yeah, that's huge. That's big. And like I felt like a little midget next to Andrew because you know how tall Andrew is.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That was the weirdest feeling going to In-N-Out Burger with Andrew though.
Yeah.
Sitting there
Why
eating
is
a
that?
burger in front of Andrew's like, what the fuck?
For Jonathan, that's Matt's coach, by the way, in case you're wondering who he was.
And Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew Hudson.
Yeah.
How do these? I'd love to know how the overseas coaches work with their clients, because I mean Tom told me so many times it's very different. Like you just kind of you get an email or a WhatsApp. Here's your plan. Very basic. Go do your shit, and we'll chat to you next week. Like, or is it more in detail? Is it kind of are you left to your own devices? How have you found working with an overseas coach?
Well, we've both worked with Andrew, and from my experience, I've never worked with anyone else. An overseas coach, I should say. He's worked with multiple coaches, one with an overseas and Andrew. Obviously, Andrew left South Africa, went to America. Andrew's very detailed in the sense that he gives you a training plan, he gives you your PED list, and he gives you your diet plan. He changes your diet when he obviously checks in on you. I don't know about other overseas coaches, but I have heard from Tom that like other overseas coaches work differently in the sense they just give you a plan and say, we'll see you in a couple of days. We'll talk then. Some people don't even give you a training plan. So like I don't know how some coaches work. Maybe Tom can elaborate.
Okay, so it varies from coach to coach and from person to person. So for example, like I've worked with Andrew to the point where basically he just gives me my calories and my total milligrams and I just do everything else, you know. So I think it would just depend on how self-sufficient you are. I know working with Thomas Hames, did a full diet training program, PEDs, everything like that, and he's like very much like he's pretty brutal on the blood work. But Jonathan, you pretty good with your blood work, so you'd be fine there. It just varies from person to person. But like I've also heard from speaking to other guys where it's just been like total calories, total milligrams, weak points twice a week, and that's it until the next check-in or whatever the case may be. It varies from person.
No, I can't. I cannot, and I will not like work like that. It's like for me, it just would not work. Like,
It
sure,
depends.
like give me my diet. You can even say, cool, this meal will have 80 grams macro carbs. or something of that regard. Like, I don't care. That's fine. But I need my diet. Like, I don't want to be told these are your macros. That's not what I'm paying you for. Training plan also, I don't mind doing my own thing. But when it comes to diet, which is the most important thing in bodybuilding, like, I want to be able to see that. I want to know what you want me to eat and when you want me to eat it. And when you say milligram, do you mean total androgen load? Is that what he tells you?
Yeah.
So you just decide your own cycle?
Yeah.
Well, I don't decide my own cycle.
No, there's
I
no
know
ways
Andrew
I
does
could.
mine for me.
So you need to understand at that level, dude, at the pros level, they pretty much already know what works for them and what doesn't work for them. So I don't think they really need to be babysitted in that sense. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. But
You could give me my total milligrams now.
900
I would already
milligrams.
know how to nail it.
Like some over how many compounds, like it's without see, for me that can work for many people. Like I can see how that can work for many people. There's a lot of freedom with that, but for me, I couldn't. There's no ways.
Yeah,
Like
I guess
give me the plan, I'll go and do the work, but tell me what you want.
it will vary from person to person in terms
Otherwise,
of like,
you can.
yeah, I know. Like some people will take that as free reign and be like 1.5 train and 500 test or some shit like that. There, if it was like 2 milligrams or something, it'll be something like that. There,
like that's what I'm thinking. Throw
no, of
200
course,
mint in there. Like, no. Like,
The newspaper will read man killing woman with overdose of tren.
exactly. Yeah. No, that it's obviously definitely for more disciplined people and people that know themselves a lot better than that. You know, that kind of thing. I don't think it would be something you'd give to like people that are very adventurous and also people that don't know themselves well enough. You know.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's interesting to hear how these coaches work and what these pros are actually getting told what to do.
Yeah, no, look, it varies from coach to coach and from client to client. It's very interesting. At international level, it's crazy because like every single person has a different fucking plan, and it's crazy. I mean, I work that way too.
Let's go back to 2023, Tom. We're sitting backstage, and there's about 4 of us backstage, and we all had a different carbo plan. Not one of us had the same plan, and some other coach was giving their clients, like 30 of them, the same cookie cutter carbo plan.
We won't mention names, but we know who. Yeah,
No,
but it was
we won't
funny. What
mention
was
I also know
Christelle was doing
I
the
know
wheat
many
bix and
coaches
chicken.
And what is CS doing?
I've also seen.
I think he was fruit
I'll
and
never
protein.
forget that. I remember the first show I ever competed in. I was backstage in the tanning line, and like we just like when you meet people backstage and you're chilling and you're talking, and so both of these guys, they didn't know that they had the same coach. But they had the same coach, and like I was found out there, like that conversation, and we're just talking about, okay, how was peak week? What did you guys end up doing? Same carb up. Bearing in mind, these guys are different sizes. They not the same lineup, not the same carb up, same sodium and water manipulation, same diuretics, same dosage of the diuretics. And even me, this is my first prep I've ever done. And I'm thinking, no. Like, how? To me, that just... And how coaches are still doing it today and getting away with it. And these are not coaches like who people don't know about.
Yeah, no, it's people that have been coaching longer than us three. Yeah, probably if us three combined, 100%.
Not that I'm a huge, phenomenal coach and I've put so many athletes on stage. No. End of the day, I can still tell you the difference with what's right and what's wrong, and that is very wrong.
Yeah.
You can't just give every Tom, Dick, and Harry the same approach.
But they do. Jonathan, quick one of the wrestling. What did you think of Monday Night Raw?
I wasn't even going to watch it, and then I see on Instagram that Cena won the RC title. I'm like, okay, I need to see how this happened. I need to see how this happened. But I knew it was going to happen. They weren't ever not going to. Like,
Yeah.
I knew he was either going to win it like that Monday, or he was going to win it in his farewell match. They were. So now I just how I see it happening is he'll probably be in Survivor Series in the War Games match. I don't see him not competing in that. I'll be very surprised if he's not there, and then
Yeah.
he'll lose the title in his farewell match to some young up and comer. But they did it very, very well. I was happy with that.
No,
Like
I
a
was
nice
cool.
little achievement to add.
Yeah, I was happy. I was actually enjoyed that episode of Raw. But I was in the same situation as you. I was just like, let me go check highlights on YouTube, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is interesting. CM Punk, John Cena. Let me go see what's going on, And then I enjoyed him winning the title, and then the whole like plan for War Games with CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso.
I like John
You know
Cena.
what? It's becoming.
Me too, dude.
I love John Cena has been my. I'll never forget when I was 8 or 9 years old. I saw him in person, like when Raw came to Johannesburg
Oh, that's
against
fucking
heel
awesome.
Randy Orton. I'll never forget that. It was a best of my life. I remember my dad took me, and you guys know that big. Do you know Joburg well at all?
I know pretty well.
But that Coca-Cola Dome was that
Yeah, I've been there.
that big arena.
Yes.
But they've bought a few shows that I've gone to. I think 3 when they've come here, but obviously the later ones are more family friendly. I'll never forget that show. They brought John Cena. I think Kane was there, but like not the Kane with the mask, like the scary Kane. Orton when he was a lot younger. Jeff Hardy was there. Undertaker wasn't there.
No, he's never come to South Africa, man. I've watched him twice in South Africa, and he's never come here.
Never.
No.
Do you watch
WWE, Matt? Are you at all involved?
I used to watch WWE when I was younger.
Up to date?
No, I'm not up to date with it now. But like I'm back in the old school era of like Stone Cold, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Triple H. I'm one of those guys. I like that era.
They still bring Goldberg back. They still bring him back. Oh man. But like that's one thing I'll never understand is like surely you guys are not relying on people in the early 2000s as money draws now.
Yeah, they are.
It's like we can go back to them. It's like bring Ronnie back to compete just for a money draw. See how he does. Well, these guys' bodies are broken.
We say that now, bro, but our kids in a few years are gonna be like, "Oh, Cody Rhodes is back," this and that, and be like, "What the fuck?"
Who the fuck's Cody Rhodes, jokes? I know who that is.
Yeah,
not interested.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tom, how's Ireland? Tell us a little bit about the island now. Come.
Oh fuck, dude, I'm loving it here, dude. Best thing I've ever done was move this side. Seriously, it's a different life altogether in terms of like support for sports is wild here, dude. It doesn't matter what sport you're doing, whether it's fucking football, MMA, kickboxing. I mean, like the first.
Let's get to a charger, guys.
No problem.
Cool. Like everybody was standing on the bridge and like all like shouting and everything, and we're like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And they're like, "Oh no, like the Athlone FC female club had just won the championship, and they're celebrating this, that's this, that kind of thing." And there's a kickboxing like night that's happening on the 6th of December, and everybody's getting fucking riled up for this thing and excited for it. It's crazy, dude. So obviously the Box are playing here in 2 weeks' time. So
are you going to it?
No fucking tickets, dude. So I learned that here in Ireland, it doesn't matter what sporting event it is, bro. You need to get your tickets early. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. You need to get your tickets early. Otherwise, you're not going to see shit, dude. It's all sold out. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Because I tried to buy the other day. And then the one dude that's at the gym that I train at, he's a strong man. And he's like, bro, if you want to see sports here, you need to buy your stuff early.
Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's crazy,
But
man.
even like when I was in the States now, like the support bodybuilders and fitness people get compared to here in South Africa is two different things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
There really isn't a big support structure for it here,
No,
and it's a pity.
it is a pity.
Yeah.
Because
there's so many talented
we
people
do have a lot
outside,
of
yeah.
fucking amazing athletes here.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't think people just give much of a shit for it. Like if it's rugby or if it's soccer or even the triathlon and the high rocks, people are getting more love than the bodybuilding scene.
This is
Yeah,
true.
you won't catch me doing high rocks, thanks.
You know what?
I think you're a little too big for that, dude.
I'm telling you about high rocks. When it comes to high rocks, I do, because when it comes
We're losing you, man.
to some, I've seen some guys, they go until they're 14, 40. That's I won't be doing that. It's I'm actually I'm like I'll to the
Jonathan, we're losing you a bit there. I think wherever you moved to, you lost a bit of signal.
Yeah. Stuck now.
Okay. I'm like, okay, gonna lose him there if he doesn't fix it. And then what's the plans for you next, dude? Like, what's the plans for the rest of the year? Just wind down. Any plans for December?
No, I've just got to keep things like tight as possible.
Yeah.
Because obviously don't want to like over go myself. But like I was talking to Andrew the other day, I was like, it's difficult like transitioning from being so like in a frame of I've got to do this, got to do that. Now it's transitioning to good. He like wants me to put on this mass.
Yeah.
I'm like it's finding it hard mentally, like switching over into that other gear, which I'll find it eventually, but it's just like fuck.
No, I get you, and that's because like you've been like so busy for the whole year. You got your clients, you got work, and you've been, in prep. You've been pretty much the whole year. You've been in prep, dude. So like, now that things have been quiet,
prep from like February.
Yeah, and now like things are quiet. It's like, whoa, like where's all the things I was busy with? Like, or where's the focus I was on? Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
But yeah, look, the plan is right. What we have to do in the sense of taking next year off. I've done it for 3 years in a row now. I think the body does need a little bit of a break in the sense from competing, but not in the sense of wanting to progress in stage and stuff like that. So that won't be out of my mind of always progressing. So just looking to obviously put on where the judges have told me to do. So
yeah.
And I wish you like a lot of people say they wish they could fat reduce areas. I wish I could put mass onto those areas.
I know. I think that we all wish for that, dude. Fuck, I think we all wish for that, bro.
Yeah, but I'll get there. I've got time. This bodybuilding, you can't speed up the process. You can only enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've actually been telling a lot of like young kids that this side because they always ask me like, "Hey, what advice can you give me?" And I'm like, "Bro, just enjoy the journey." Like,
yeah.
I think one of the biggest things I can definitely say is that like I don't remember much of my journey because I've just been like so hell bent on like getting a pro card that I actually missed so much of it. And when I sit and look back now, and you're like, "Fuck," there was actually some really cool moments in this whole situation that I actually didn't enjoy in the time.
That's what I learned from like coming back in 23. I've learned to enjoy every process of it.
Yeah.
So
just soak it up.
Just soaking it up, no matter where you're placing, what you're doing, stuff like that. Like even Lauren said to me, she said like I was about to go for my first tan, and she said to me, she says, just think where you're sitting right now. And she said that your childhood dream was sitting in a gym in 2004 and you said to your mate, imagine going to the Olympia and look what you did. So it's an amazing, like, to think of the journeys you've been on, but also it's so awesome to like progress every time you get on stage. Because like I was looking at photos the other day and sending them to Andrew, just from like 23, 24, and now 25. And each year is like 2 kilos extra, 2 kilos
Yeah,
extra.
dude. Yeah.
And it's
But
like frame changes.
I was hoping you were going to actually soak up, like, I'm glad that your show actually happened before the Olympia, because I didn't want a situation of like where you were like just so focused on the thing that you just like, even though you were there, you were not present. You know what I mean?
I was so present, dude.
Yeah.
I was so
Because,
present.
bro, not many South Africans will get to experience what you went and experienced there. And I'm glad that you were just so present in the moment and enjoyed every second of it.
Like, just even like going to Dragon's Lair, like I went there for 2 days.
Yeah.
And just in those 2 days, they sent me a personal message on Instagram saying good luck.
How cool is that? You know?
And like, I'm like, geez, really, guys? Like, the posing rooms are insane. Like, each gym you walk into is an awesome posing room. You get 15 minutes in there for free, obviously, but it's literally, you got to book it, because at that time around Olympia, everyone is trying to pose, like pros, and like like I was doing. What was I doing? Me and Andrew were doing curls, and behind us was last year's Mrs. Olympia, Bikini Olympia.
Yeah.
She was busy doing stairs.
Check
like
that,
you could see, she was like dead though. Looked like she had like 0 carbs for like 5 years.
Yeah.
She looked like she was so dead on that stepper. I was like, yo.
Fuck, it's crazy. Yeah,
and like at that time, you're not allowed having a tripod in the gym. You have to stand and record a person, because there's so many people wanting to record. The Trend twins were there. Sam Sulik was there. Like, you were around people that you see all the time on Instagram, and you like realize, fuck, and you're soaking this in. I was so happy to have Andrew there, because I haven't seen him for so long. It was so nice to actually see him in person again, and just like be around him, because he's such a positive vibe.
Oh yeah.
And even like when I went for my tan, he was like, "No, I'll carry your bag." I'm like, "No, leave me. I'll carry my bag." And he's just like from just like simple things, fetching us, coming to check in on me at 4 o'clock in the morning, like that type of stuff is you can't get from any like person. So when you see Olympia coaches doing it to their clients that are pros, they actually do it. They really do it. And Flex Lewis is like insane to meet. Like, I was standing in the pen, I was just wanting to take a photo. I was waiting for finals, and I had my clothes on. He's like, no, take it off. I want to see what you look like. And he's like, no, pose for me, come. I'm like, okay. And his whole camera crew standing there filming this. I'm like,
cool, man.
And like, I didn't realize, but I actually was speaking when I got to his gym. I was actually speaking to his wife. And then I was like, hey, wait, I know you. And she's like, yeah, I'm Flex's wife. I was like, geez. She's like, don't worry, we get this all the time.
That's cool, man. That's fucking cool. Yeah.
And like, just the machines, like the one back movement, there was no pressure on my forearms or bicep. It's just purely into the back. And like, I'm like still looking at this, how do they make these things?
Bro, I'm like, at the moment, I'm like a kid in the fucking toy shop.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
All right. Should we wrap up with some questions here?
Yeah, cool.
All right. Let's see what we got. I got some pretty cool stuff on Monday. Let's see. Oh, first one's for Jonathan. It says here. Oh, we lose him now.
He's gone. Oh, he's gone.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll keep that one for him if he does come back. But so the second question I got here is, how often do you guys get blood work done?
Every 3 months for me.
Every 3 months.
I literally did mine before Olympia and came back all clean.
Nice. All right. Okay.
You yours more regularly than mine.
Yeah. Mine varies. Sometimes it can be like 2 a month, even. Varies. Yeah. Okay. And then let's see what else they asked. Nope. Not answering that one. No. Is it necessary to cut out carbs when wanting to bring down body fat?
don't have to cut down carbs. Just make sure you're in a calorie deficit. I have carbs in my diet, and I'm like on the low, sometimes like 1.8. I was dieting now on 2.9, and I still had lots of carbs. My pre-workout meal was 100 grams of oats.
Look at that. So the answer to that is no.
No. Why would you want to cut out carbs? Unless
I don't
you
know.
really, unless the person's really fat and trying to get into shape very quickly, but you're just going to be detrimental because you're eventually just going to fuck up your diet by going to binge eat. Because you can't
100%.
sustain that. You can't sustain that.
Let me just tell Jonathan to fucking put a LAN cable in his thing. Okay. What advice would you give someone who's entering their first prep?
Oh, let me try to think of that one. My advice is like we've been talking about: enjoy the journey, enjoy the road, take everything in from day one. Your first very prep is going to probably be your hardest prep because you're going through emotions you're not used to: hunger, tired. You don't know how to deal with them. Basically, like being a little teenage puberty kid again. But literally, just enjoy the journey, enjoy the moment. Stick to your diet. Don't cheat, because if you cheat, it's going to show directly on stage.
Yeah.
And be the best version of you. Don't chase an Instagram follower or influencer, because it's not worth it. At the end of the day, your body's not going to be theirs. You can only build your own body.
Yeah. I think we've all done that at some point or another. Yeah. Like, have you ever looked at
Yeah, of
somebody on
course we have.
Instagram and be like, fuck, I wish I looked like that, and then get bummed out
Of
about it?
course.
Yeah.
But like, even like speaking to, like Keon said to me, he said one thing, he said to me, stop believing what we as pros put on Instagram and all this, because we put on what we need to put on, not what we want to show.
Yeah.
So that, remember, they're doing it for their sponsors and stuff like that. You don't see it behind the scenes. Instagram is still not real. You're showing the good things of life.
Yeah.
You don't see the person in a corner sitting there quiet because they don't want to be disturbed or something like that. People don't realize how sometimes hard prep is. Instagram and internet make it look easy.
Okay.
Hey, it's back.
Sorry about. I'm really, really sorry about that. I apologize.
That's okay.
We're good now.
All right. Okay, Jonathan, for you, what advice would you give to someone who's entering their first contest prep?
Whew.
He's on the spot now.
Okay. Just take every day as it comes. Some days are going to be far worse than other days, and just embrace it. Leave the stressing to your coach. If you don't follow the plan, which you should be, because if you're not, you shouldn't be prepping. You're not ready for prep. If you don't follow the plan, you tell your coach so that necessary changes can be made, or if changes are made, which if you mess around on your plan and your coach doesn't think you've messed around on your plan, changes are going to be made which should not have been made in the first place. So always be up and honest with your coach. Leave the stressing to him. Because if you start complaining and being miserable, remember, I see it all the time on Instagram, and like people are saying how hard prep is and how starving they are, and down to your head, telling you need to be prepping now, and you are going to eat 0 carbs for a few days, and you're going to spend an hour on the stand. Well, this is your choice. Enjoy your journey. Trust the process. Leave the stressing to your coach. And I'd say the biggest advice I'd give, apart from following the plan on prep, because I think it really is just that simple, is following the plan. It's going to be very difficult. But the biggest advice I can give is when it comes to post show, and that is do not just go off the rails, off the bat. Have have the day you compete and the day after you compete to just eat whatever you want and enjoy. But before you know it, if you keep doing that, you're going to get fat, and you're going to get fat very quickly. Like you need to master your reverse diet. It's going to be harder than the prep diet, but those 8 to 10 weeks post show is what's going to make or break like the success of your off season. So I'd say that's the biggest advice I'd give is stay as disciplined post show as you were on prep.
Like Hunter Labrada says, it's a privilege to do this, and it's also our choice. So don't make everyone else around you
Absolutely.
act as if we're suffering.
Remember the thing I used to say, man?
100%.
Think about
Listen,
it.
like everyone's gonna have their days on prep where they feel
Of course.
sad and they're hungry and they want to just bitch and moan a little bit. I do it all the time, but like you've paid a lot of money to do this, and you get to go to gym, you get to wake up every morning, you get to eat 5-6 meals a day. You know what meals they are. It's not like you're going to be in forever. So just enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not often we get to be in that shape.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, Jonathan, before your internet fucks out there was a question. The first question was actually for you. Okay. Somebody asked here,
Oh,
why does
shit.
men's physique have so much aggression and drama for two poses?
That's great.
Somebody anonymous asked the dude. I don't know who.
Why do men's physique have so much drama and aggression for two poses?
Yes.
I don't even know how to answer that. Like, I'm guessing they're asking this because of all the drama that was going on in the Olympia, like Brandon and Ali were
Oh,
fighting,
God.
and
Yeah.
Jeremy got involved, and then Ali was being a child. I remember that. Listen, men's physique get a lot of hate. Hey, it gets a lot of hate for. We do two poses. We do a front pose, and we can elect whether it's one hand on hip or two hands on hips or both hands off hips. Literally, there's 3 ways you can hit that pose, and then it's just the back pose. It's really that simple. It's very easy to learn. It doesn't take much strain when you're on stage. You do have to really control your breathing well, but you don't really have to flex. If you can flex if you want to, but it's more about just controlling the midsection. I couldn't tell you why there's so much aggression. And I couldn't tell you because I'm not one of those people who have all that aggression for front and the back pose. But it is a funny question. We get you in a
Matt,
lot.
you want to chime in?
I don't want to dive in. I just want to say that men's physique has got insane fucking abs, though. So I don't know why they're getting hate when they've probably got the best midsections in all the shows.
You know what I think, hey? Like, I do kind of find that the classic guys and the open guys do have to come in a little bit more conditioned than the men's physique guys, because end of the day, the last thing that usually comes dialed in is your hammies and your glutes.
Yeah.
And men's physique, that does not get judged because you don't see them. So I do feel that you do have to get slightly more peeled to stand in classic and open than in men's physique.
No, I agree with you.
Okay. Next question. If there was any other sport besides bodybuilding you guys would like to be successful at, what would it be?
Rugby.
It's a good payday. Jonathan?
Like, what would I want to try if it wasn't bodybuilding?
If you're outside of bodybuilding,
Formula
any other sport
Formula-
you'd like to be good at?
Honestly, the first thing that popped in my mind was CrossFit.
Okay.
So I'll say CrossFit.
And
Oh,
you, Tom?
CrossFit or boxing?
Okay. I don't know, man. It'll be like some extreme sport, like BMXing or skateboarding or something like that. Like, they just look really fucking good doing it. You know what I mean?
I also would say Formula One because you get to travel the world in 24 different countries of the year.
Like, look at that. Yeah.
And you get paid a shitload too.
Okay. What's your opinion on if it fits your macro diet?
No, I like to get told my calories and what I can have. I don't get told you fit your macro diets. No.
I still want to
Okay.
be doing a sport where it's, we are lifting weights somewhat, or putting our bodies through a bit of stress somewhat, because it's just what I'm used to as well. So, like, for example, I think anyone else can relate to making weight, like when it comes to bodybuilding, other than the boxers and UFC fighters.
Yeah, true.
So, like,
Jockeys
it
have
would be like a very similar kind of, like, it's a different sport entirely, but it's still things you'd be from. It's also why I said CrossFit in a sense, but I don't see myself ever stopping bodybuilding per se. I'd
No.
always be in the gym weight training.
Yeah. And your opinion on if it fits your macros diet?
Ass terrible.
Not
Like, no, like, listen, it depends what they mean by if it fits your macros. Like, if it's like, okay, you can choose between 40 grams worth of protein coming from chicken or prawns or
yeah, that's different.
fish, I wouldn't classify that as if it fits the macros. But if you're just filling it with Doritos and let's throw a Kit Kat in there and a protein bar, and like you're hitting your macros like that, no, definitely
Yeah.
not. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody goes wrong. They think,
end of the day, listen, I won't lie. Like, I have helped a couple clients like that who have just really, really needed to, like, lose weight, like coming from being really, really obese, just to get the weight off, and they need to eat foods that they enjoy. So I'm like, okay, here's an allowance of treats you can have in the day, and you can have them when you've done legs or you've done 10,000 steps, and you can fit this into your diet. I think there it can have a place because it's still calories in and calories out. However, when it comes to really getting your physique to the next level or wanting to optimize your performance, then I think if it fits in macros is absolutely trash. It's like there's no
yeah.
two ways to go about it. But again, it depends who you're looking at it for. For bodybuilding, no chance.
I agree
I
with that.
think I think it's okay in the sense if people like stick to like clean foods. But like when you're trying to replace like your
Yes.
2,000 calories with like biscuits and chocolates and shit, then I think you're fucked. But if you're doing like mostly clean, hell, even if you're doing like an 80-20, I think it's okay, you know. Like obviously 80% clean food and 20%.
In off season.
No, I'm just talking about in general. I'm not talking about the contest prep here. I'm just talking about because they didn't state whether it
Lifestyle.
was contest prep or off season. They just asked what do they think about the diet. And I think that's okay. And Jonathan, you mentioned something about keeping certain foods in to get people through. I've done something similar as well, especially for like extremely obese people. I won't just cut it completely like out of their life and be like, oh, you have to eat this clean food because they're bound to fail in that sense. Whereas like I'll give them so much clean food and then keep so much of their junk food in and just slowly like take it out as their weight comes down, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of the day, I think if you take a client on and they are so used to eating crap the whole day, every day, well, not the whole day, but eating crap every day, at the very least, you cannot just eliminate it. I mean, they might
Yeah.
be able to go without it for maybe 5-6 days. They're going to crash and they're going to binge. So it's a more smart approach to just remove it very slowly out of the
Yeah.
diet. Like I've had people. I've literally had not that I endorse it or say it's a good idea or ever watches this podcast. I'm not encouraging you to go and do this because it goes against all of what I stand for. But I've had a client. I've put like a Seri Stumpy on her diet, and I gave her jelly tot post workout. Not that that's actually inherently bad, to be fair,
Yeah.
but it's just certain things to make their life easier. And for some people, they need to start with the even fits and macros approach just to get the weight loss going. But what people don't understand when it comes to efforts and macros is your body's not going to utilize all those carbs as carbs and fats as
Yeah.
fats.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
all macros are completely equal, as people understand.
Yeah. All right.
Actually used to do that diet, and he's actually an IFBB pro now, is Sam Sulek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's
Although
where
he
people
did.
got it from.
No, actually, it's been around a lot longer than him, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was influenced a lot more by him.
Yeah. Like he brought it kind of back into the circle again, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Last question for us. Okay, so it's for Jonathan, Matt. Where do you see yourselves? What? Where do you see yourselves competing long term? And then would you delve? Okay, where do you see yourselves competing long term? And would you delve into any other disciplines after bodybuilding?
No, I do see myself competing long term, yes. Other disciplines, I know because I love training the way I do. So really probably by the time I'm done with bodybuilding is probably very old by then. So my body might be a bit too sore to go to do CrossFit or play rugby. So no.
Okay, Jonathan, just fucking train arms and calves, bro. Like, why do you need anything else, really?
So I've given myself a deadline to where I
Yeah.
want to achieve my pro card by. I don't want to really disclose it, but that's my deadline. It's a few more years.
Can I
If
give you
I
some
don't
advice?
get my pro card by X age, yeah,
I wouldn't put that time frame on you, dude. I promise you
I'm
now.
listening.
It's a very daunting thing because it didn't work for me and it didn't work for a lot of people that did the same thing too. I think while you've still got it in you, just keep going for it, even if it's not what your fucking plans are.
I've never put a thing on when I want to get a pro card. I enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I see it, the way I see it is there's a certain age I can go until when I can keep competing. Because if you look at competing, and when I say competing, I don't mean bodybuilding. I mean actually putting yourself through a prep.
Yeah.
Where it's whichever way you look at it, it's not going to be healthy. It's not going to be healthy. You put yourself through a lot. It's very selfish. Your relationships, more often than not, will take a bit of a knock. There's a lot of sacrifice, and it's worth it. But it's worth it for the prep to be in that shape and to know you've done the prep properly. But at the end of the much preps that I can do. So I know that when I myself have made the decision, I'm going to now stop competing. I will still bodybuild. I will most probably stop doing off season, and I'll probably stop dieting down. I'll still train, I'll still eat well, but I'll just maintain a physique while I do other sports in conjunction to weightlifting. So I
Yeah.
could I've got things on my bucket list. I would like to Kilimanjaro. I would like to say I've done a half or maybe full marathon. I'd like to do a High Rocks one day. I'd like to build my fitness up. But I do know that I do want to eventually do other things after I've decided to stop competing. But until I do stop competing, which is in a while from now, I'm not going to do any other disciplines.
Okay. All right, lads. Should we leave it there?
Yeah, this is all good.
All right, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks
Cool.
for having me.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Tom.
Thanks.
Sorry for the few fuck up.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool. Get a fucking
chat, man.
landline. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, cheers.
Yeah. Next time.